This is Tom Needham, and you're listening to The Sounds of Film, and I'm very excited to have on the phone with us right now DJ Kool Herc, the godfather of hip-hop music. He was a DJ in the Bronx in the 1970s when he famously started using 2 copies of the same record to stretch out the back breakbeat of a record, and the rest is history. He's a true legend, and I'm very excited to have him on the show. DJ Kool Herc, thanks for joining us on The Sounds of Film.
How you doing? The father of hip-hop. Not the Godfather. Godfather is a fictitious character out of Hollywood.
Right.
I'm the person who founded it and created it.
Well,
that's the title of it. The father of hip-hop.
Well, let's talk. First of all, congratulations. I understand that that recently the block that you used to live on, where you grew up on, is now labeled the birthplace of hip hop. Tell me about that a little bit, about that street.
Well, it came out of nowhere about that right there. That's for sure. I didn't know nothing about it. The community telling me it was on the radio, and it was nice to know that they're thinking about it, but it's for the people. It's not for me. This is where they have to come. They have to travel many miles to get there. Over the valleys and peak, to get down to Central Avenue. The accurate 1520 where it started from. But it's not Kool Herc. It's hip hop, and it's not Kool Herc Boulevard. It would be nice if it be Kool Herc Boulevard, but it's not. It's hip hop Boulevard, and not being selfish because it's accuracy where it comes from 1520. So I would take it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I love it, and it's history. Nobody thought it would have went this far. The legendary Biggie said, everybody thought hip hop would have taken this far. We created a payroll, from the community, but that didn't exist. One way to get out of the neighborhood was to, run fast, jump high, and the other one was the negative route, and we're still here.
Well, for our listeners who maybe don't know your whole history, can you tell us a little bit about what it is that people so respect, that give you so much credit for in terms of being one of the creators of hip-hop?
I'm the creator. I can't be one of the creators. I am the creator. You leave room for claim jumpers and lion kings, and it do exist. I have to speak this way.
Right.
What I created was an atmosphere that was longing for some type of fun, and the kids, where I lived at in the ground floor, hear me playing music in my room, and I put the speakers to the window, and they're back there enjoying themselves. And from there, it went on that my sister wanted to expand on a youth court job, get some extra money, and she asked me to play the music for her because I was heavy into my graffiti work. And it was getting ridiculous, and I couldn't go on no more with it because my father would have never appreciated it. And I took my name and put it on an index flyer and worked with the people who was curious about who Kool Herc was. They saw my name on the flyer, and that was one of the the promotional routes to get people to come there. Besides the neighborhood, where I play basketball with my friends, and it's history. Turn it to history. Everybody love it. That was back there when Vietnam was going on. Brothers, people, father, older brother, uncle was going to war, and I was the one that say, your brother and your old man will be coming home. And the form like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't about no money. It was about if could have a good time was starting a problem.
You mentioned
right now, it's people that tell their kids and their grandkids, this is where I went to, have our fun, and 43 years later, here it is making, impact. You got empire, you got power, you got, hip-hop was getting Oscar award, hip-hop creating category where category didn't exist, so I'm thankful that, it get a lot of, misunderstood, but it's okay because it came from, a humble beginning, and it's still there. And my format about playing music, it wasn't about beats. Beats was one of the discovery I made by observing my crowd and see how they was reacting to certain parts of the records.
Right.
I play music in format to get you up, sit you down, and get you together. And the break came from me observing what particular parts of the record people would wait to get down, and I brought them up front. I crammed it. In other words, I could call it a cram jam. I call it a merry-go-round.
Yeah.
So although they talk about beats and about no beats, beats just came out of an experiment I did. I'm a disc jockey. I'm not a DJ. I play selections for people to dance to, get the groove on. And because I'll play obscure records that I've never played on the radio. I look out for the underdog. What should be played that they don't play. And make something out of it.
Well, it's amazing because these things are kind of taken for granted today, but you were the person who started it all. You mentioned that you would put up flyers announcing where you would be DJing, and you would put your name on it. When did you first start going by the name DJ Kool Herc? I mean, now today, everyone has a name, but you were one of the first to adopt the name, a persona.
I came in one of the first. I am the first.
The first, right?
I get room for claim jumpers. You make it talking like that. I'm not gonna ask play with that right now because it's serious. It's real serious. People come on TV and talk about Kool Herc is the godfather of hip hop in the Bronx, but I'm the godfather of New York. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
True statement from other people. That's why I call them claim jumpers, and lion kings. So I can't be one of these and forefathers and all that stuff. It wasn't there. I didn't start it in a club. I was in a building, accuracy. And that's it. The gates is closed. And I got to deal with it. And I'm a claimant. I'm going to protect it. And it's just there for people to have fun. And the name for Kool Herc, it was always that. It was my graffiti name, it was a nickname, and I put the two of them together. And ever since my father started calling me that, that was it. Just like Nas, record Nas, his father said, I named the boy Nasir, Jasil and Nasir, but his boys called him Nas.
You mentioned graffiti, and it's well documented that graffiti and breakdancing were key ingredients back in the day when things were getting started. What was the connection between graffiti, the music, and the dancing?
Graffiti was just a fad that came in. We had a guy called Tacky 183. We looked at him like the leader of graffiti, and it was mysterious. The curiosity was the person behind the tag, and at the same time, too, I'm a graffiti. I was a part of that, and I use a lot of artwork on my flyers by other people, other graffiti artists, and some I make myself. But basically, some I put together. I get off the the subway. You have those advertisements.
Right.
And at the back of it, I use my Jamaican heritage of seeing when I see in Jamaica how the DJs would put up the watercolor sign they make with a rim back, with a stick background, and nail it up on the light pole. So I just took that and turned the back of those things so it's clear. And I use it to advertise my party, and I use index card to advertise my party too.
And what was the importance of breakdancing too?
Breakdance, I never call it breakdance. It's freestyle.
Okay.
Breakdance is we use word to amp it. We use drastic word to amp it. You know what I'm saying? Your routine got to go to a climax. So I have to say, break for me.
Hmm.
You know, because you play the disc to make a jockey,
Yeah.
rhythm. You know, and that's what I gave them. So and everybody in the media start putting it in their break dance, and it stuck. You know, I call them B-boys, boys that, you know, break. You know, that don't mean they're bad. It's just like, if back there, if postal workers was killing people at the job, I would have said, go postal, like some people do say. You know, I can say go postal, it would still be, you know, go off.
Right.
Or you see, or somebody at a bus stop or a store, all of a sudden, oh man, this person went off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or this person broke break, man, they break wild. So that's how that word came into the name the fart part of the dance routine.
We're speaking with legendary DJ Kool Herc here on the Sounds of Film. By the way, you've appeared in many movies and documentaries through the years, including Beat Street, Five Sides of a Coin, and You Don't Stop, 30 Years in Hip Hop, Block Party, Sample This, among others.
Yeah, the main one is Beat Street. I played myself, the only non-fictitious character in that movie. And Harry Belafonte, you know, came to town and see what was going on. And thanks to Harry Belafonte, you know, moved it to Hollywood. The first official hip-hop movie, you know, not them other ones. It's not Wild Style. Wild Style was something to come.
Mm.
But that was it right there. And the other ones, they like to take snippets of movie and put them up in it like I'm wrong with it. I'm not. You most like kept in a documentary, but I was in a lot of movies. It was just one Beat Street.
Well, tell me about Beat Street. What was that experience like?
Hey, it came out. They didn't thought I exist. It was going on, and then let's see, my name keep on popping up, and Harry Belafonte said, stop. You know, Steve Hager went there, and it was at an interview for the Village Voice, and he went and sold it to Hollywood, and they thought I was a fictitious person. My part was written in after the script. I thought, I look out for the kids. I'm not even getting busted up and all that type of stuff. They wanted me to play that role now. I said, no. You know, my sister and I said, no, we're not playing that. So I played myself, and I ran a club called the Burning Spear. And, you know, it was like a Hollywood kids coming out. Like American, what's called it, the one with Harrison Ford was in, a couple of people was introduced. What the hell? You know, it's American Pie or something like that. But a lot of, it's a spin-off. Beat Street was introducing people, Hollywood stars, their kids.
Right.
Because Ray Dan Shawn was from Chi-Chi Chang. That's his daughter.
Yeah.
From Chi-Chi Chang, Ray Dan Shawn.
Right.
Then you have Guy Davis, that's Ruby D and Guy Davis' son.
Yeah.
Two main characters, and the other ones of some of the Hollywood people, I don't know if that's their kids, yes. So, you know, that's like what's happening right now, which you got the big thing straight out of Compton. That's hip-hop. That's straight out of New York. You know, you got Netflix, and you got Rhino, Michael Scorsese mentioned my name, Michael Scorsese mentioned my name on Jimmy Fallon show the other night. I'm like, wow, you know. So,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, you know, at a certain point, you said that things started off not even in the clubs. They started off, you know, doing parties and so forth.
Now, music was always there. What I did was totally different what's happening in the club.
Right.
You know?
But at a certain point, this thing, hip-hop, started to explode. And people started getting record deals, and it became mainstream after a while. At any point, did you think of becoming more of a recording artist or anything like that?
I don't get what you mean, as far as, you know, what are you saying?
Well, I'm asking, you know, at a certain point, you know, people like Grandmaster Flash started putting out records on a regular basis, and some people went in that direction. Was that something that that was of interest to you?
No, no.
And why not?
The record that they made, that was their business, and all that direction it went into, they're not together.
Right.
They can't even use their name. And the record that made them popular, it go into the message that you got a free ride into history.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with that record.
Right.
Booty put that out. You know, we're all chasing all the dreams and stuff. That was them, and not me. I'm still here.
You are. As you mentioned earlier, you were able to identify records that weren't popular, and you made them popular, and people are still sampling those records. And you still do it today?
It is my business. Still do.
Yeah.
If I was out on the radio, I'd be the first person to play Amy Winehouse record.
Right.
If I was on there, I would the first person to play John Mayer record that Oprah got so crazy over.
Well, I was going to ask you, what are the records that you feel were the most important records in your long career that you...
one of them made the Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
Called Apache, called Bongo Rock.
Yeah.
That same record played in the White House for Ronald Reagan's second inauguration with the New York Breakers. That's hip-hop national anthem, Apache, by the Incredible Bongo Rock Band.
Right.
A studio band. Yeah. They never made a radio. Never had a commercial. And still making commercial in 2016. Hip hop. Hooray. You know?
Yeah. As you know, as time goes on, why is it so important for people to recognize the history of this music?
Why not? Couple more years, you think Eminem started.
Yeah.
Being about his family, and I mean in a derogative way, but politically correct, yes. They never thought it was straight from the neighborhood and go far. And still growing, and still taking a lot of negative hits. You know, blaming on hip hop. You know, it's Black Gold, Ghetto Steve. You know, it's gold up in the neighborhood. Get one of them black boys, or Puerto Rican boy, or Puerto Rican girl. Get it from the black. Fat Joe. It was never a black thing. It's a wheat thing. People try to make it a black thing. It's a wheat thing. You know, so it's starting to mess up in here and behave yourself. And I said, you know, you got to hurt, you got it, and that's how it come about. You know, enjoy yourself. Do your chores, do your homework, and compensation is valid. You can hang out. You just got to come up early. If you don't come up early, you're going to get a little spanking. Your mother might impose herself on the light line when you're coming in 6 in the morning. I was told they got some butt whipping for coming to my party, coming up late. And they don't want to miss no action, whatever might happen. But you know, that's fun action.
As we said earlier, it really is remarkable how huge the whole industry is today. And you were there in the beginning. What do you think was so special about the Bronx that made it the birthplace of hip-hop music?
It started there. Music was on. I played a particular style. I played obscure records. You know, and gang ain't got nothing to do with it. You know, we ain't come from that. You know, it was around us. You know, with nobody kicking no turntable over and nobody doing none of that. You know, just come in and behave yourself. That's all we asked for. And that's how it came about. Because we had in these fights, in 15, 20, all that, it shut down.
Right.
Automatically, it's over. It never happened. It just got out, it just got spilled. You know, it's not 73, it's before 73. 73, when we couldn't come back to the building. It's not a fad anymore. This is real. And it started to spread to the boroughs. And people start coming from there for, you could come to the party, man, down to 1520 Central Avenue, man. Kool Herc play that, man. It's nice, man. It's the joint, man. That's how the word come out. It's the joint. They call it the joint. part of Michael Jackson history. When he said that, he said, Jordan, enjoy yourself. Same thing.
Wow.
You know, a part of that. I play music from. We grew up with Michael Jackson. I play Michael Jackson. A lot of stuff I play for Michael Jackson, they never played on the radio. You know?
Yeah.
James Brown, main man. That's the Godfather. That's the father right there. I tell black people, you don't be proud. They let him back it up proud. You were just making it. He was singing with some substance. Now people of color can use him beyond. You know, he's the person of peace. Like John Lennon and Bob Marley.
Right. We talked earlier about how hip hop has grown so much, but can you believe how huge now DJs are, even outside of hip hop music? There's DJs literally playing stadiums, and no band or anything. And
but how about this? We the one that got rid of the band.
Right.
When I played in this club, there's a 6-piece band there, and the guy named the Amazing Bud, he played music there. And when I came about, I used to play intermission for the band. They say they could give me $150 instead of giving these guys $75 a head a band, and they get the same response. And therefore, we killed the band. And when the band came back, guess what? They had to incorporate a turntable. So turntable is selling more than guitars.
Right. You changed everything. Well, remarkably, you are still performing today. And what does one expect when they see you perform today?
They're going to hear basic stuff. They're going to hear music about the, oh, wow, that person used that. Oh, wow, that person used that. You know, oh, wow, I haven't heard that in a long time. And wow, this is the format. I'm just giving you the inspiration of I, DJ Kool Herc, played the disc to make you jockey. You know?
Yeah.
You're going to hear some rare groove. I call it rare groove or grown folks groove.
Right. Well, DJ Kool Herc, I want to thank you so much for coming on The Sounds of Film, and I want to recommend that everyone try and catch you live when they can. You're out performing, and learn the history, because you are the one that created so many things that we kind of accept as being normal in the hip-hop world. You are the creator, and it's an honor to speak with you.
Thank you. Thank God for hip-hop created economic. It's a part of the American economic and part of the American folk dance music. Just like Time Magazine said, Christopher Foley, you said that the innovators, that music that was invented inside the United States, you got Louis Armstrong for jazz, you got Conrad Tweedy for bluegrass music, you got Elvis Presley for rock and roll, which I could fight between Little Richard and Chuck Berry, and you got Kool Herc for hip hop. That's created inside the United States in the Bronx in New York City, like jazz from New Orleans, and country music for the Great Ole Opry. That's my title. That's my contribution. And just lately, inside the New York Times last year, September 13th, 25 people who made New York. Go and check that out. The Times Magazine, September 13th. Yeah, so I appreciate, the recognition kids have gave me, people have gave me, and it's for the kids.
Right.
It's been denied their full recognition. It could pay for a 1 or 2 charter school. It show contribution to it. But like I said, thank you. And come on out. Enjoy yourself. And here's some real stuff and today's stuff. I just don't stuck in the past. I play today's stuff too.
Well, everyone should be paying attention, because you have the ear. You know what the good music is, and you've been figuring it out for years, and you make it into your own thing. So thank you again, DJ Kool Herc.
Thank you.
A true legend. I'm very honored to speak with you, and have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.